Oh, hey everyone, it's me. I'm in a parking lot. Uh, I just finished doing laundry about 10 minutes ago, and then I came to the next town to Dunkin' Donuts because my little town doesn't have one. And I had gotten a message from Dunkin' Donuts that I had a free coffee waiting for me. Free iced coffee. Or hot. I got iced. So, that was great. I have the app, Dunkin' Donuts app, and the only thing I ever get from there is iced coffee. And it takes me a long time to earn enough points to get an iced coffee because I don't go there so often. I've been making iced coffee at home. Um, Sometimes on Sunday after church, I'll swing by Dunkin' Donuts and get an iced coffee just as a little treat. But it's not something I do daily or even weekly. So it took a long time to earn the points. I forget how many points you need before you get a free coffee. But anyway, it happened. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. It's delicious. I want to do this video though to show you Happy Mail. This Happy Mail came uh, right before I came down with laryngitis. And it's a birthday card from Zach Crafts and More up in Canada. And it says, especially for you on your birthday, hoping that your birthday brings happy times with family and friends, warm, light-hearted moments, and joy that never ends. Happy birthday, Miguel. Sorry this card is late, but hope you had a great birthday. Your friend, Zach's Crafts and More. Well, I'm late showing it. But thank you, Zach. This card is going to be one of my treasures because I've never received anything from Canada. So this card is a treasure. And my birthday, as most of you know, was in August. And it was a quiet day. I don't have any family here in Texas. And of course, I have a church family and friends. But I don't know. I guess it's not like a big celebration type thing for me. I'm thankful, that I was born, of course, and I'm thankful for every day, but I've never been one to have a big hoopla for my birthday. Even as a kid, I was the only child, but lots of cousins, and when I was a kid, all the cousins used to come over, and that was kind of fun, but then as I got older, it just was, a day to be thankful, like I am every day, but then on the other hand, just another day. But it's always great to, receive a card. I am a card person, and I've always been. I think I mentioned this one time in the video a long time ago, that when I was a kid, I used to draw. All the time I was drawing. In fact, my parents thought I was going to become an artist, and I was probably about 6 years old. They went out and bought me an easel and sketch pads, and I had colored pencils, and I would just sit for hours and draw. I would draw sceneries, and then later on I would make little cards for people in my family, birthday cards, and on the back of it I would write Hallmark. And so I've always been a card person. I enjoy getting cards. There was a time, maybe about when I was 11 or 12, I really got into postcards. I had a big postcard collection from people in my family and from friends of people in my family that would go on vacation. I remember having a postcard one time from Montreal. I never went there, but someone that was friends with someone in my family went, and they knew that I collected postcards and mailed me a postcard. And I had one from Bermuda. A cousin of mine went on their honeymoon and sent me a postcard from Bermuda. I had lots of postcards. And when I moved to Texas 11 years ago, when I was packing up, a friend of mine's son, I think he was just starting junior high, and he was getting into postcards. And so I gave him my postcard collection. And then as he got older, he got out of postcards, and I don't know what he did with it. But so often I think back and wish I hadn't given him my postcard collection, because I really enjoyed collecting postcards, and I had them in photo albums, and I would spend hours just looking through that. And maybe it's something I might start up again. Maybe I could exchange postcards with my YouTube subscribers. I don't know. Do you see postcards around anymore? I know we have a place in my town in Wiley. It's a printing place, and they sell a few postcards. I'll have to think about it, but it might be fun to do. So like I said, I just did a lot of laundry, and I have another happy mail, but I really can't show it, but I can tell you about it. But the person wants to remain anonymous. The reason why I can't show it to you is because it is my address. That's what it is. This very kind subscriber went online somewhere and found a company and ordered me a thing about, well, bigger than that. I can't raise my left arm, but it's pretty long, and it has the number of the street I live on, the name of the street, and so that's why I can't show it. Because, you know, YouTube, who knows who sees these videos, but I do want to recognize that person, even though they want to remain anonymous. You know who you are, and thanks so much for ordering that. And the reason why the person did that is someone had sent me something. I can't remember if it was that same person. And I live on a lot of land. I don't live in a trailer park. I live on a lot of land. And but my trailer is marked, and so when you first pull in, you see my trailer, and it is marked, you know, my number. However, on the land is a couple other trailers. One is way, way over. They're all people that I know. And I don't know why Amazon delivered that box that was addressed to me to the trailer way over. But thankfully, the person that had ordered that thing for me, Amazon had sent them a picture of the, you know, where they had left it, and the person sent me the picture. I said, well, that's not my trailer, but I know whose it is, and it's no problem to, you know, to get the mail, but that's not the point. It was addressed to me, and you cannot miss my trailer when you pull in, or my number that's on it. I don't know why Amazon did that. And so this person ordered me my address to put out on my trailer, you know, to make it easier, which is just wonderful. You know, I didn't think of that. I should have thought of that. I have, like I said, I have numbers out on my trailer, numbers out on my mailbox, which is by the road. All of our mailboxes are out by the road. But so thank you for that. You're anonymous to the other people, but you're not to me, and I do appreciate it. And I know that I have something to mail to someone that won my August giveaway, that I think I pulled the name like the beginning of September. Things have been just really hectic, and I've seemed to gotten behind on quite a bit of stuff. And so, but don't fear, I have your winning ready to go out, and I'm planning to go to the post office Friday and mail that out. and I have to mail something else out. So Friday is going to be my post office run day. And I will email you a copy of the receipt and the tracking number. So that will be taken care of, and that will be checked off my list. Let's see. When I had that laryngitis, I think it also stirred up the chronic fatigue because I was just so tired. I had all I could do to, I'd wash my dishes and feel like I had to go lay down. I'd feel like I hadn't slept at all. And that's not like me. Most of the time I just go, but that took a lot out of me, whatever it was. And I'm still trying to get back on track. And the Lord is helping me. So you know that I have 4 baby blankets ordered, or orders for 4 baby blankets from my landlord's mom. All the same pattern, which as far as I know of is my own pattern. And got all the yarn. She gave me money a couple weeks ago, I guess. And I went and got the colors that she wanted. So the first blanket is more than halfway done. She's in no rush for these, which is good. So when this blanket's done, I'll take it over to her. And then I'm going to start on an order that I got before the baby blanket orders. But I was waiting on the lady to meet up with her to go get the yarn. And she has ordered a cardigan. It's kind of long. I guess it would come like to your knees. Made out of all granny squares, which won't be no problem for me. I was just waiting until she had time so we could meet up on the week that Hobby Lobby had the sale so she could pick out her yarn, which she did last week. So as soon as this baby blanket's done, I'm going to start on that for her. And then I'll get back on those blankets. Now this lady that's ordered the cardigan, I've known for a few years, and she's in the past has ordered baby blankets from me for co-workers. And I've mentioned that her family has a side job of mowing and weed eating, and they've come all summer, every other week or every 3 weeks, depending on their schedule and my yard. But they have come and mowed for me and weed eated and refuse any money. I do give them some fresh eggs because I don't want them to not get something for their time, for gas, all that. And so those are 2 things. And then I have another order from a sister of my landlord's for a throw, but she's in absolutely no rush. They're in the process of moving out to the country, and all their stuff is in storage while they're staying with one of her sons and his wife and kids. But she just wanted to get her order in. So I have that to look forward to. And what else? I have been working on my added on room, organizing yarn. I had another empty tote in that room, and so yesterday I went through yarn and filled it up with yarn. So I'm making progress in there so that my friend from church can come and finish painting. And that is just a great room to sit and relax and read, crochet. And I can't wait until it's all cleaned up and I can get back in there and do that. A lot of traffic in this parking lot. And what else? What else can I tell you? Oh, my Silky mama, as you know, has been laying on some eggs. One or two of them are hers. There was 2 blue ones, pastel blue, which come from my Easter egger. And I think there's a brown one in there, which would be from one of my Bard Rocks or even my Buff Orpington. Well, it's been past the days, And I called down there at the feed store for some advice from the chicken whisperer. I call her, uh, to see what I should do. And she told me, it's up to me. I could just take all the eggs out and just toss them, or I could take a chance and take one of those eggs out and crack it open to see. Because, every chicken website that I've looked into, everything that I have educated myself on as far as chickens and fertile eggs, and as far as this lady at the feed store, it is usually between 21 and 25 days, and then an egg should hatch. However, last week I think it was, and I know it was the week I had laryngitis, we had awful humidity, just terrible. Last week too. This week, not so bad. The humidity can cause the process to run a little longer. And so, that's what me and that lady were trying to figure out. So what I did was I took one of the eggs. I took one of the pastel blue eggs because I was sure that those would not be fertile. I didn't want to take one of the small white ones that, she has laid fertile eggs before, my Silky. So I said, I'm going to take a pastel blue one. I'm pretty sure it's not fertile, but just to check. And I cracked it open, and it was fertile. And of course, I destroyed it by doing that and had to throw it away. And it just, it made my heart sink. I felt so bad. But like the lady said, there's really no other way that you can tell. I know people talk about candling and using a pen light, and some people even do something with a needle and cotton in a candle. I don't understand all that. And I don't have an incubator. That might be something that next year, once I get a few things paid off, like my glasses and things, probably next year I can start putting away to buy just a small incubator. I'm kind of on the fence about it, because it goes to the fire department. Because when my Silky mom had her first clutch of eggs and laid all those babies, there was no problem. There was a problem with one that something must have been wrong with it. She kept pushing it out from under her. And but as far as the others, she sat on them and they found their way out of that egg. And that was really neat to watch, nature. And so I was thinking, if I got an incubator, that's going to keep it warm, and you can get something where you put the eggs on that it turns it itself. Otherwise, you got to be turning it. You have to really be on it and make sure that you've marked your egg and that you've turned it. And what if I don't turn the right egg, or I don't turn it enough? It would drive me crazy. But there is something you can buy to put in the incubator that automatically turns the eggs. I'm just on the fence about it because I feel like it's kind of taken away from the process of nature, But then on the other hand, how many hands have I mentioned? On the other hand, I don't want to take the chance and crack open an egg again and find out that there's a baby in it. I really don't know what to do. But if I do decide to get an incubator, it'll be sometime next year. I haven't even looked at them. I've just read about them. I haven't gone to Tractor Supply or nothing to look, but I do know that that's an option. So that's that. this is the Michaels parking lot. I'm not going in there. And then there's Sprouts, and there's a fitness center. There's a Hollywood feed store for your animals. And I think that on the end is a Chinese restaurant. I'm not sure. And then on this side is just all different kinds of eating places and things like that. It is a busy parking lot, I'll tell you. But I wanted to call you up, and Zach, I'm sorry that I'm so late showing that Happy Meal, but I appreciate it. And I appreciate the other Happy Meal from the one that wants to be anonymous. So go check out Zach's Crafts and More. He's in Canada. I forget what part. But he's trying to learn how to crochet. He's really struggling with... he'll get his chain, and he's trying to learn single crochet and struggling with it. And last night I was in his live for a little bit, and I told him to move on to half double. That I started out learning with double. But a lot of people feel like single crochet is easy to start with. But what I have observed, I've been crocheting over 40 years and I'm self-taught. What I've observed is people really get frustrated when they're starting out and they start with the single crochet. They seem to make it really tight. And I'm thinking that if he did a stitch that had a little more height, like a half double, he may not be getting as frustrated. And I told him, when he makes his chain, if it's wonky, just keep it. When he does his first row, if it's wonky, just keep it and chain up and turn and do your next row. Don't care if it's wonky because you're just starting out. Because the other thing I've observed with people that are learning is if they have to keep taking out over and over and over, they get frustrated and they give up. The first thing that I made was a scarf, and it was wonky. But I just, I just felt like I'm just going to continue on. I didn't really understand about having straight edges and all that. I was more trying to learn the stitch and my tension, even though at 7, 8 years old, I didn't know what tension meant. But I did know the difference between a really tight stitch and a really loose stitch, and that's what I was focusing on. So that first scarf I made, I wish I still had it, and I'd show you. But, see, I just kept on. And I think if people keep having to take out when they're first learning that, well, I've seen them get frustrated and just give up. And so we don't want that to happen to Zach. We want him to just press on, continue on, and he's going to make some wonderful things. So go check him out and leave an encouraging word for him. We want to encourage each other. I'm trying to think if there's anything else before a bird just flew down, before I end this. Let's see. I don't think so. I am thinking about how many of you that have been with me remember last year in December, I did a December daily devotion where I just read a little thing from a little book that I had. I've since donated it. But it had like just a little phrase, like one sentence, maybe 2 sentences, and then a scripture. And I just shared those. I picked different ones and shared them every day in December, and I called it December Daily Devotion or something like that. And I was thinking of starting up something like that again, but a different title, and explaining how I came up with the title, or where I got the title from. I didn't come up with it. So I am thinking about that. I wonder how many of you would like to hear that. Keep thinking there was something else I was gonna share with you, but I believe that's it. Oh, 25 minutes already. This phone, it cuts off like at 27, so good thing I checked. And this will take forever to upload. So I am gonna end it, and yeah, everyone have a great rest of your day. Remember to be kind to everybody because somebody's having a bad day. And I will be talking to you again. Thank you.